program, your life will never be the same again. You know the truth, and the truth will set you free. When you know the truth, anybody have knowledge of something, you cannot argue about it. If you have knowledge of everything concerning your children, concerning what you do, you cannot just be on your case. After this program, you know better than before. You know what is key. Because when you have the key, you can open it. Anybody have the key of the house can open your house. You don't have the key. If you don't have the key, you can't open a house. So after this program, you will know better. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It is actually 1 minute to 16:05, and don't worry, I'm just being an excellent timekeeper. I'm not trying to make the thing straight, or I'm not trying to stifle our excitement. I just have to do my job as host very well, so that Allah doesn't sack me, please. Anyways, it is 1 minute. So actually now let me show the program. It's the same program we had yesterday with some slight adjustments, because obviously the dates, for example, is not the same dates. But right now we're just going to go into feedback. What do you remember from yesterday or throughout the whole course? This is actually, you have the floor now for the next 10 minutes. What do you want to share? And most importantly, how are you making your home conducive? How are you making it a conducive environment for your children to feel fulfilled and safe and loved and valued and all the things you learned yesterday? I can start, but I know I want to hear your lovely voice. So over to you. Who's ready? Unmute yourself and just go.
Can I just quickly say something?
Go ahead.
Yes. My children, they are older now, they are all adults, and my daughter, she really appreciates that time out. I have to start to respect that she's now an adult. So sometimes I want to dictate to her what she should do. I want to say, oh, this is how to plan your day. You need to cook, you need to do this, you need to, before you go shopping. And she says, Mommy, I know, leave me, let me be. Let me sort myself out. And I think I'm in that place now of just letting go. Even when I obviously think, this guy might make a mistake, but I just have to say, back off. Like yesterday, for example, I knew she had not put off the light, I know. I told her, go check everything. She said, oh yeah, everything is okay. Guess what? I was shopping this morning, and then I had a phone call. Mommy, my battery is flat. I had to hold back. In the past, I would have thrown off the handle and be shouting and screaming, but I just reined it in, and I said, okay, so what are you going to do? And I let her just problem solve it. So that's my own, my own 1 minute speech, I think. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. That's really great feedback. Rather than hampering on their weaknesses, which could make them defensive and push them away, you just let it go. Let go control. Let grace instead. Wow. I love that, Madam Shola. Thank you so much. Who's our next person who wants to say what they've implemented, what they've gained so far, or how are they making their house, their home, more conducive atmosphere? Stanike has a hand up like that. Go, take it away.
Good afternoon, everybody, once again. I've really learned a lot in doing this, like attending this course. And I only want to re-emphasize that it's very good for us as parents not to be using negative words on our children, to be honest, because it really goes a long way to help them when we use positive words. And I've been applying this to my children, and it's really been working for me. Because, and more so in psychology, there is something we call positive and negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is just similar to the positive discipline, whereby you reward a child for doing something good so that you can encourage the child to carry on being good. And the negative reinforcement is to take away something from a child so that the child can learn and be a good child. Say, for instance, a child is playing football inside a house, and you tell the child, this football you are playing inside this house is meant for outdoor, not for indoor. But the child does not listen. So what do you do as a mom? When you take away this, when you collect this ball from the child, so that the child can learn that next time he will need to play this football outside, then that is negative reinforcement. So I've learned in this way, and I'm very pleased that what I've learned in the past, I've just learned, but I've not been applying it. But now I'm beginning to be applying it.
That is not true at all.
I'm beginning to apply it. Someone here is being naughty. Actually, my boy.
Not being naughty.
He's being naughty because what happened with this boy? I bought him charger.
I actually broke it.
For his laptop. Only for one day he broke it.
I never broke it.
And I've taken him out today. He wanted me to buy him another charger, another 10 pounds charger. He broke just that one. Just day one. He broke it. Lots of people are here, so don't talk like that. So this is the reason, because I've been learning in this about positive and negative reinforcement and positive discipline, so that they learn. So this is what I've been doing. Don't say my mommy is lying. Come on, wait.
Awesome. Apologies, guys. There was such terrible feedback. Did you hear that? Yeah. Okay, so I had to mute everyone to stop the interference. I can see Sister Neka has a hand up. And I want to say, Nika, well done for being open to even come on this class to say, I care about you. The boy in the background, your mom cares about you. She loves you so much. And she's putting herself through this course so that she can be a better mom for you. I think you need to clap for her and make her life a little bit easier after spoiling your charger. You know what I mean? So give her big, big hugs, and she might probably buy you as long as you show good responsibility. So when your mom's talking, don't talk over her. That's not on, okay? Thank you, Sister Nika. You're doing a great job. You're the best mom ever, okay? Thank you for your honesty and transparency. We appreciate that. That's what this course is here, to help us and our children get along. And because, like Pastor Chika told me yesterday, your daughter is on your side. My daughter is on my side. So I don't have to think, because she's doing her body like that, what's the trigger? What's the trigger in me? I had to think about that. It's because when my parents also hated it when my sisters did that to them. My parents maybe felt threatened, so I've kind of copied that behavior, Pastor Chika. So maybe you can address that maybe later on, how we can get out of that, so that we can just be free and light and not carry things that we don't need to carry from people we've learned, unforgiveness and all of that. And thank you for that. Sister Neka has a hand up, so over to you. If you can unmute yourself, if it's not working, okay.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for this program. It has helped us, especially me as well. I have learned a lot in way to build a good and maintain good relationship with my children. Through this program now, I can equally express my feelings to my children, especially the communication aspect of it and negotiation. I think that this is a great and a powerful tool in order to handle children. So though I have children with some learning difficulties, but my girl that understands, I engage her in every decision I want to take. At times, I will ask her opinion, though she's small, but I find that discussing and communicating with her is very, very important. She always helped me out Whenever I want to do something, I will talk to her. I'll say, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? How do we do this? And I said, how do you do it in school? She said, in school, we have golden rules, this and that. She will now tell me the rules. And I'll say, okay, in our house as well, we have to make some rules that we will obey and we will follow. She now helped me out to make the rules, especially they used to keep everywhere untidy. Now I've made a rule. She said, first of all, when we get up from the bed, you are the big girl. We will dress up our bed. That is our rule. You dress the bed. We will keep our hands short, not hitting others because their brother has some learning difficulty. He used to hit them. So I'm now putting it as another like routine that no safe hands, no one should hit. So I think that communication is most important in everything. Engaging the children, allowing them to take decision, and praising in any little aspect they did. Praise is very, very important. Whatever thing she do, I will praise her. And the other day, she did something. I said, I'm sorry. She was like looking at me. Mommy, you said sorry. I said, yes, because I did it wrong. She said, okay. She was so happy to hear I'm sorry from my mouth. So all these things is what we've learned from this program. So I'm very, very happy, and I'm excited that it's even making changes in my family now. So I'm so happy. I thank you guys for all this, for the provision.
That's so fantastic. Thank you so much. Dr. Chika is clapping. Ola, I think you were going to share something with us before we carry on. Do you have any announcement or something you want to say?
Oh, thank you very much, every one of you. I welcome you all. First of all, permit me to apologize for the audio challenges yesterday. It's so unfortunate, and I try as much as possible to sort it out today. Once again, thank you for really sending the positive feedback to us. One thing we will plead with all of you, we've already got some names on our waiting list for people that want to start the August start. So for August batch, the registration is on. Help us share this, let more people come on board. And also, we've sent out a feedback form yesterday, evaluation form. If you could please fill that, revert it as soon as possible back to me, and I will forward accordingly to Pastor Chika for record purposes and for further improvement. Please openly tell us the key things you want us to do and what do you think we could do more better in this course. We thank you for the positive feedback. However, we also want to know where we are getting it wrong so that we'll be able to improve on this. That would be really appreciated if you could send that as soon as possible. Yeah, today is the last day for the first batch. Towards the end, we'll be telling you more information on the graduation ceremony. But if your name is not the way you want it to be on the certificate, could you please have a private chat with me, or you could send an email to me the way you want your names to be written, to be printed on the certificate. That is very, very important. I'm only still struggling with Galaxy 8, something like that. So, but if the way you sent your name to us is not the way we want it to be, we don't want to have an error in the certificate to be printed. Please send us your full name the way you want it to be printed on the certificate. Without that, I think there's nothing for now. I will hand over back to Madam Esther for the great job she has been doing. It's an amazing, it's the best resources we've got so far as far as Simpleman is concerned. Thank you. God bless you, Madam.
God bless you, sir. To God be the glory, and thank you so much. I will just share my screen again to remind us where we are on the program, so that we are all being carried along. Please, as I'm doing this, can we still prepare our feedback? It doesn't have to be that, oh, okay, I have done the assignments, I have thought about a conducive way for my family. It might just be, okay, since I've started attending this program, these are things that I've gotten better at. These are things that I've stopped myself to think, okay, what am I doing? So we're still here. We have about 7 more minutes. So the floor is still open for us to air our views. If you have even questions, like I have a question, I want to get better at certain things. So I will ask my question, but in the meantime, if any hand is up, please. Hi, Miriam, so good to see you. Welcome. Yeah. So does anybody have a question or contribution? If not, I think, let me see, what's the next thing on the program? Who can tell me what's next on the program? I think it's the module, isn't it? Yeah. If we don't have anything to share or ask, I'll ask my question, Pastor Chika. So I was thinking, I know that yes, we should sit down and talk to our children and carry them along because we really do care about them. We didn't just give birth to them like because of reproduction. But how about a situation whereby you've just acted out of maybe someone did something and immediately just reacted very harshly? How do you help the parents to really get over that guilt so it doesn't snowball into, okay, let me make it up for you and go and buy you Roblox or something crazy? How do we deal with that feeling of, oops, I made a mistake and that was so unexpected? That was just out of line. How do you, I know you can say sorry. I think sorry should be enough, but what do you have to say about the parents who might be feeling like I've really messed up and they're really feeling condemned? I'm sure some people on here had similar experience, so they might benefit from that. Over to you, Ma. And then from there, you can just take us to the next, to the...
Okay, thank you so very much, Esther, and everyone here, Auntie Nana, Brother Ola, Namdi, Pastor Dakwa, Neka, somebody on Galaxy, Nana Haja, Sister Alliance, Grace, Shola, Tolulokwe, Mariam, Priska, Sekinat, Pastor Uche, M. Locklin, and Olori. I'm so glad to be back with you. And that was a very relevant question, and that is what is called guilt. We can find it in our faith. I don't know if Muslims have the issue around guilt, but it's a big thing in Christianity, guilt, feeling of guilt, and it comes with shame. Because like you mentioned, the issue of apologizing, it is shame that makes us not to apologize. Shame comes out from guilt. You feel guilty, yes, you feel guilty, you don't know how to handle it. Now, something in you says, if you go and say sorry, you've let yourself down, and still the other side of you is still beating you up. So that I will say the same thing I tell couples: you live in the same house, and when I say sorry to you, I'm not on top of the roof to say everybody on my street had me saying, oh, I'm sorry. And when they see me driving past, they say, look at that woman that says sorry. No, it's just something within our house. So when we are feeling like that, we must have a way of relieving it. Some people can handle it different ways. If when I say you apologize to your children, you also need to know the characteristics of your children. Because there are some children you will tell that they can take it up. I'll give an example, though it is not exactly. There were this couple that were imprisoned 2 years ago, Nigerian elderly couples, elderly, in their 60s, 70s. They should be 70s. Their mature daughter in her almost 50s took them to court, which was so painful for what they said happened in 1971 or 72. It was so, I don't know, it was in the court. I don't want to say because most of you, your children are there. It's upsetting. And I think when she told them how she felt, that I believe they apologized quite well. But remember, I'm talking of an adult. And instead of accepting it, she took it further away and went to court. And they convicted the parents. So when you are dealing with your children, you should know their temperament. You should know what they're capable of doing. If there are children who are very easy, you can calm them down easily with that. Feel free to do that. It will relieve you, especially if what you did is not like so deep and something that can land you in some way. Yeah, it should be something you can just hold your daughter and say, the way I spoke to you that very day, how did it make you feel? And the child will look up to you. Mommy, some of them will say, Mommy, it's okay. It's okay. I said, I know it's okay, but maybe I hurt your feeling, did I? I'm not happy about it. I'm sorry. Do you forgive Mommy? You say yes. you receive healing yourself. There's this freedom you will have. You will no longer feel guilty. But if you know that your daughter is not the type who will receive it, or your son, you could talk to, if you're a believer, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, I believe you talk to God as well. You can just talk to God and say, I have messed up. If you are not a praying type, you can also write it down and say, I made this mistake. Yes, I have already done it. It's in my past. But you know what? I'm not going back there again. And I'm not going to allow this to hurt me. And I think my child is okay now. I have made up with her. She's not mad. So I don't need to. This is in the past. Let's move forward. And you rub it off. If you write it down, rub it off or tear the paper. You see the difference it will make in your mind, because you have released it. Why you feel that guilt is that it is locked up somewhere. So it keeps on bubbling around there. But once you release it, either by talking, by apologizing, discussing it, talking to God or about it, or writing it down, somehow it evaporates. The power evaporates. And that's the best way to deal with any past you have, any past, no matter how bad it is. You feel, I made this terrible mistake in the past, I did something like that, and it comes to hit you. Whenever it hits you, don't leave it, because another one will come and join it. Another one will come and join it before you know it. So you just discuss it. Tell yourself the truth. Yes, I made this mistake. I really blew it there. That was messed up. And this is a road I will not go back again. Next time, how do I avoid this? Once you address it, speak it out. I'm telling you, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So if you don't feel confident talking to the children about it, you don't need to talk to yourself or talk to God, and you'll be fine. Yes. So you deal. That's for me. That's my recommendation. That's what I do. I don't want something. I'm not happy about something. I always discuss it, either within myself. I have that personal discussion, or I talk to God about it, or I talk to somebody. I always do that. And if you know me, you know I'm very open-minded. I'm just open like this. I don't allow anything to settle here for a long time. I don't, because it doesn't help somebody else. It doesn't help me, so I don't keep it. So with your children, it should be the same, because if you don't also release the steam, you that builds up into bitterness, because more things will happen, because you are trying to deal with, okay, you know, that child, she made that mistake and I let out the steam, or I grew up in anger. Now, as you are still dealing with it and the guilty, you are still feeling guilty, the child does something more. It's like, okay, why am I really feeling guilty? I think what I did was right. You are building up bitterness in your heart towards your own child unconsciously, that one day you act the way you don't want it. So it's better you deal with the one that is in the past, so that if she makes another mistake, it doesn't make you mad. So you know that I don't want to feel guilty again. It's better I just release this child. So I hope that helps a bit.
Can I make a comment, Pastor
Yes,
Chika,
please.
I'm really glad with what you said, and I just wanted to buttress it by saying that no matter what age the child is, I really like the way you've approached that one by asking the child, what did you feel about it? Okay, I like the way you approach it, because I find that even with my older children, it works that way. I also wanted to say, my son, he's a special boy, so it's also approaching it at the level they can understand. And you sometimes you wonder, oh, this person, does he really understand what sorry is? But you see, we are like role models to our children. I mean, we are all learning, we're on the journey. It's all about parenting, isn't making us better parents. Our children look at us and they learn from how we respond and we react. If we want our children to be able to say sorry, how do we go about saying sorry? What are we teaching them? And also, I think what just occurred to me when you were talking is sometimes how we behave outside, in the shops, how we respond to situations. Are we very quick to fly off the handle, or are we, because they are looking at us. They are looking at us and they are Like there was a time a few years back, you know, when there's this early stage of swiping things in supermarkets started. And I can remember I was swiping, putting, my daughter was with me, swiping, putting, swiping, putting, swiping, putting. And then she said, Mommy, you didn't swipe that one, you know? And there were people, I said, who told you I didn't swipe? Did you not hear it beeping? I said, I've swiped it and everything. She said, Mommy, you didn't swipe. I said, what is the matter with you? I have swiped this thing. Did you not hear it beeping? I put it in the bag. Can you believe that when we got into the car, my daughter looked at, she was in secondary school this time. You know, those early days when this swiping thing started. She looked at the receipt. She said, Mommy, I said it. You didn't swipe this thing. You know, I'd already started going. And then I just thought, what am I teaching this girl? If I should continue driving off, I'm just telling her it's okay to just go and take something and not pay for it. So I had to turn all the way back. I was fuming and all, you know, turned all the way back. And I went there. I gave it to I explained to the shop. The shopkeeper was so aghast. He was wondering, it was just a can of maybe sweet corn, something less than 20p, you know, that I've raised such an issue at. But you know what? After, in the evening, when I now sat and I was reflecting, I said, my daughter did the right thing, you know. And I called her, I apologized to her. But then I said, look, next time when something like that happens, talk to me in a calm way. Because the way you were talking to me, it's like I was trying to do something, people were around. She said, okay, Mommy. So we discussed it and we moved on from that. So thank you, Pastor Chika. I just wanted to chip this in. Thank you.
Yeah, oh, that's very, 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 very important. Remember we mentioned integrity some time ago. We mentioned that children learn more from practical things they see. So that is very graphic. There are so many other things we do wrong, and especially in their presence, and we're expecting the best from them, and they are having that, looking at you from the mirror of that mistake we made. And saying sorry to them or asking them about it, if they are if they are to be in your shoes, what would they do? It will really help. But if you start practicing that with your children, to be honest, you will see a big difference than when you just call out the shots. Yeah, just the mom and dad that gives out instruction. It gives out no. Let there be negotiation. Let there be that connection where you respect their views and their opinions. And yesterday we looked at somebody remind me. I'm forgetting. Somebody remind me what we looked at yesterday.
Creating a conducive atmosphere.
Yes, creating conducive atmosphere in your home, especially for children to flourish. And we said that you have to do it intentionally, ensuring that we don't make children feel like they are nuisance. I don't know if you understand that. They feel like they are nuisance. Maybe I'm studying or I'm preparing my message, and the little child doesn't even know I'm preparing my message. Maybe I didn't tell the child that, look, Mommy is preparing her message. And the child, out of excitement, just runs to me, and I'm going, you know, that's the way we shout. And the child is like, what have I done now? So you have made that child feel like a nuisance, it makes her feel small. And some of them, that's when they will say, you hurt my feelings, if they want to. Some of them will open up and say, you hurt my feelings. So we must be careful, create an atmosphere, let our conducive atmosphere not be chocolate and good food alone. No, those are basic. So we looked at so many things in that, and I asked us to write down personally what ways have you devised to create a conducive atmosphere. So can we have like 10 minutes to talk about that? Somebody can kick it off. Sister Leon, do you want to take it off?
I'll say what I've decided, like what I've planned. I didn't put it in action yet. Like being more joyful, because sometimes I'm a bit too quiet. Like I'll be sitting, I just don't want noise. But oh no, yeah, like to be more pleasant, be open and be approachable, because sometimes the way you sit and you can be so close that no one can approach you.
Yeah.
Like the kids won't approach you, and they'll be so like feeling uncomfortable to come and share some stuff they have. So that's some of the thinking I was doing yesterday after the lesson. So be more approachable, be more body, like the body language to be more open, and create a pleasant atmosphere in the house.
Yeah. Very, very, very relevant. Very relevant. The body language. Remember, most of these children don't understand the big issues you as an adult you are dealing with.
Yeah.
So the body language confuses them. So they don't even know what is going on. And little things can make children have that emotional, mental health or emotional disbalance. And that is why yesterday we talked about 3 main issues that expose families to child care protection, child protection issues or safeguarding. And we one of them is children disclosure, children going to disclose or the way they behave outside because of what is going on in the family. So it's always important that you could have an issue with somebody or where you are coming from. You had an argument, like on the phone you were screaming and shouting, and the children come in there, they don't understand. Is it me that caused mommy feeling this way? Is it me that caused daddy feeling this way? Could it be what I did? Could it be what so the child starts blaming himself or herself for something they don't know anything about. And as you said, in that situation, they are scared of the mother or father. They can't even approach you. The next thing is, if they have any other person who has listening ear, they will say things that the other things more than what the way they felt. And they're asking yourself, why didn't you tell me? Why did you tell the person? Because they were afraid at that point. They were disconnected. So I really, that's really a good one that you sat down to look at it. Is it just the children that are troubling, or is there a time where our attitude, our temperament, our body language is off? Yes, Sister Esther.
Before me, Sister Grace's hand has been up. Sister Grace, can I go before you?
Okay,
she said go ahead. On the screen, you can see there's a blue hand. She said go ahead. So what I want to ask, or shall I say contribute, is I'm writing down what everybody's saying just for my own personal learning. But the thing that what I want to say is that children are such great opportunities for character development, aren't they? Because imagine you're going through your own personal hell or whatever it is that you're just dealing with, and little people all around you are there feeling like, is it my fault? Is mommy sad? Oh, wow. But instead of looking at them, children, as they're such hard work, I've decided to change my... That's why I said there's such a great opportunity for character development, because it teaches you to think outside of yourself, to look at somebody else, care for somebody else. So that's what I've gained from that. And the question that the contribution I wanted to make regarding your question, how have I made my house more conducive for my children to feel loved and valued, is that one thing I want to say is, number one, a plan. Have a plan. Like right now, I know I'm going to come here for like 2 hours. I know it's not 2 hours straight. We'll get up, we'll move around, we'll talk, we'll chat. But one thing I did, I made sure they had their lunch. Then I made sure, can I put a long movie that's positive movie for them? And then I've done that. And then also giving them clear instruction. Mommy has a class. Mommy has to go for her class. So I hope that they'll be able to stay. Even if they come in, all of us are parents here. I'm not afraid or ashamed. If they disrupt, well, then they do that. That's what children do. But I'm not saying that that's an excuse for me to not plan. Then another thing that I've also been aware of or reminded of just from this class, reinforced that, is I know what my children like. One of them, you have to talk to her with respect. It's like she actually knows she was born royal, because our great grandfather is the king, yeah? Because if you talk to her roughly, she's not going to follow. Another one, all she needs is just that touch, that hug. Me, I didn't get hug. I feel a little bit somehow if somebody wants to touch me, except maybe my partner. Do you know what I mean? So I have to, today I'm giving her like 3 hugs because I know that sometimes what they're doing is cry for attention, cry for help. When they are going out, tearing things, doing on purpose because you have not given them what they want. If a baby is fed, baby will not cry. Or maybe they need, if their nappy is dirty, if everything is bam, you know, happy. So this is what I'm practicing. So I'm not saying 100% perfect for the journey. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. That's really good what you said. You see, a lot of us, a lot of couples spend time learning their love language for each other, and we don't learn love language, communication language with our children. And you have really killed it there. That is very important. You see your children, you have already known their characteristics, and that will help you to build that atmosphere where they flourish. They know that they are so much loved, they are understood. And so that's a very good one. So let's go back to Sister Esther. Oh, Grace, sorry.
Yeah.
I like your name.
Right, one way of creating conducive atmosphere is occupying the kids. A lot of the times they're bored. Like my youngest, she's 6 and she's bored all the time. So one thing is like you have to be prepared, like Esther said about planning, but occupy them with toys. I know we books, especially books. We're Africans, we are not into books as such, but people are beginning to get into the habit of reading for your kids because that's what they get in school. They get played, the parents and the teachers play with them, they read to them, and we don't seem to have that culture, but we should embrace it if we're living here so that they don't miss out on what they get from school. And when they have the right sources of material, you don't have to spend so much money on toys, but you can make sure they have paper and crayons and all the things they need to keep them busy, to bring out their creativity. And once they're occupied, there will be less hassle between the siblings, or they will not even bother you when they're occupied. So you have to always be on top of your game, just occupying them. So
Yeah.
that's one way I'm always having to do that with my kids. Yeah.
Thank you, Grace. Yeah, that is really good one. It is a very good one. Even when they are teenagers, I remember my boy who has turned 18 now. Because we are church people, we were not buying too many. We were buying toys and games, but not. Oh, there's another game now. You need to buy it now. No, most times we didn't do that. So, but we discovered he was bored. After homework and all that, he needs to do something. My husband just one day decided to buy, and we just made up our mind that we'll be buying from time to time. And I have seen him in another form. He's so happy, he feels fulfilled. It's like, oh, all my friends have that game. I don't even have one. At least now he feels fulfilled. So it's very important you plan things out. And if you study your children, you know their characteristics. Like one of us was saying yesterday that one of the kids likes studying. Then the one that doesn't like reading, how do you keep him engaged? So if you are paying attention to one that is ready to do homework, also plan something for the other one that doesn't have the appetite at that time, so that that one doesn't feel bored and now distract you from this. So planning, studying, reading is very important. As we said, there were things we were not doing before. It's not that our parents made mistakes. That is our culture. We are proud of it. But we are bringing up global children. So why you give them our African touch? We also expose them so that wherever they go, when it is time to be an African, you will be asking yourself, is this a British child? Because they are fully Africans. And when they go out and it's Britishness, you see them in the best. So when they're looking for people to be on TV, they are the ones they will pick up among their equals. When they're looking for people who will be debaters, our children will be there. That is why a lot of us are saying, oh, we are not appointed to that position because we are not prepared. Let's start preparing the next generation. Thank you so very much.
How was that for some of us? I know that we're still here. We're not gone yet. Mariam, I so totally support what you said. Another add-on more is so important, isn't it? Please, you can unmute yourselves. Let us interact. I've got my drink here just to share us that we committed to something and we've done it. And before we start our party, I'll play music. You can just dance, chill. This is a family. We are here to support each other. I want to also say that Save the Woman has partners with so many people. There are people who offer math tutoring for those academic kids of ours. But more importantly, tomorrow, Life Improvement Consults, which I also manage, we're doing something for the mind. We've been talking about mental health. Auntie Nana was there last time. Thank you so much. So was our founder, Ola Laken. Thank you so much as well. It's a safe place. They can even tell you how it went. For us to get to know ourselves, what are our own foundational truths as human beings, as individuals. I will enjoy all of that. So that's just one of the things that we're doing to make sure that we're building people. We have to do it individually. Then our parenting comes in, everything comes in. Well done, wonderful. Ola, over to you. I'm ready with my music. I'm ready.
I want to say shout out to our participant that attended from the United States of America, the one from Zimbabwe, and everyone from United Kingdom. Please, for anyone that missed any of the module, any of the session, try as much as possible to watch out for the email, or you could send us a contact detail follow-up email. Let us know the module which you missed, and through this, we should be able to put you on the next August set. We look forward to do the official graduation ceremony. We received apology from the Director of Social Services of Children's Care in Middlesbrough. She's supposed to join us yesterday, but she was unable to attend. However, hopefully she's going to attend the graduation ceremony. As today is the last session, we will be kind of reviewing your attendance, because these are the part of the things that the assessment board is going to be considering to issue the certificate. So please let us know if there's any error in your name, if there's any way you want your name to be printed. That is very, very important, because it's going to cost us more for us to reprint a certificate. I hope you understand that. And also don't forget to help us share this course with your friends, family. Tell them about the story, about what you've learned so far, and how you think this could be helpful. And let us also make sure we start implementing this in our individual houses. And lastly, the feedback form is very important. This is going to assist us in developing the module for 201. Can I say thank you to Eat Part Coalition, Auntie Nana Asante, Salifu Dagati. We say thank you so much. We've gone so far together. This particular course was out of the wealth of knowledge shared from these two organizations. We really appreciate your attendance. We really appreciate your support. And most importantly, able director, Esther Osakwe, ONE, His Royal Majesty. Thank you for your wealth of knowledge. Thank you for your diligence. Thank you for your commitment. And shout out to Shido from Zimbabwe. She's head of the grants. So we say thank you so much for every one of you. Don't forget, I know that a lot of things you still want to learn. You still want to know more about it. Get in touch with Save the Woman for the next course 201. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A round of applause, please, everyone. If you have your celebratory material, I'd like us to make a toast, please. And for this honor, I would love to call Auntie Nana. Auntie Nana, you can, of course, nominate any of your children here, or all your children. But we'd like us to toast. Yeah. Auntie Nana.
So God bless everyone, each and every one of us, for coming and being part of this. We'll continue the journey together. Remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And each person who has been here, you've been a blessing to each of us. So we thank you, and we look forward to learning more together. And remember, we're going to win these battles. Nobody should attack the African family. God bless you all.
Amen. Amen.
What did you say?
When will that be going out?
I've sent the feedback form to everybody yesterday.
All right. Okay. All right.
So you should detail it in there. But if you did not receive, just get in touch with us, please.
All right. Okay.
So should we should we close out? Sister Chika's ready. Sister Chika, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Sister Grace, how are you feeling? Did you enjoy it?
Very well. Yeah, very good.
Praise God.
Thank you.
We can't wait for the feedback so we can see how we can get better. So we need to actually like try and engage more. Sister Chika, what are you saying?
Yes, I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear. We want to see the improvements. Brother Nnamdi, see your beautiful smile. What do you want to say?
Good.
Great.
I'm very happy. I will salute.
Salute. Throw a salute. Okay.
As you are very happy, please make other family to be happy by recommending this course to them. Okay? And if you've got contact with local authority, you've got contact with embassies, you've got contact with immigration center, anywhere, people coming, migrating, let them know this is the course that's very, very important. Prevention is better than cure. If you catch them immediately, they are coming to the new country, it will be so helpful, it will prepare them well. Is that okay? Thank you.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to do our drum roll. We're going to shout parenting course, Afrocentric parenting course 101. Everybody shouts, we day here. And it's 18:15 on the clock. We can round up and we can see each other the next time we convene together. Drum roll, please. Are you ready? Unmute your mics. Unmute your mics. Auntie Shola, where is your face? Olori, Sekinat, Ifeanyi, Neka. Chika is ready. Unmute your mic. Priska, Auntie Grace, Madam Maria, Nnamdi. Come on. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Parenting Course 101. Oh, yeah, you. Try them again. Parenting Course 101. Well done. We're not try. So,
Well
Honor, with your permission, we can close the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you
But
so
let's
much.
count down, yeah? 5.
Thank you so much.